This is the men's room.
Forget it, man, and get with the countdown. Shake this square world and blast off for Kicksville. The trippers, the grasshoppers, the hip ones, all gathered in secrecy and flying high as a kite.
You're listening to the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
Fraser Consultants are standing by. Caller 9-844-999. Ola will play Profile this in minutes. And we do have your headlines on the way 1 hour from now. First, quick check into Mike Hawk for some of the stories and headlines he is not working on. Uh-oh.
Hello? There I am.
There he is.
A new study found more people between 25 and 34 are living with their mom than at any time in the past decade.
Happy Mother's Day.
I'd say 100 years.
Yay.
Yeah. Things get expensive, man.
Yes, so?
And we're not making as much.
Some people over 35 are living with your mom, too.
Hey, that's a sad people.
Somebody in Hawaii just got arrested for looting the homes of people who had to evacuate because of lava.
Well, the good news is they're on an island. They should be easy to find.
Yes. They can swim.
You know?
Well, it's a bad situation over there, man.
It's going to get worse.
Yep.
A shocking new study found some women use gossip as a weapon against their rivals.
You think?
They did a study to figure that out.
Yeah.
That's gossip. Okay.
Come on, man.
Forgot to give you that one. It's
just like Omarosa.
Last episode.
Right.
According to a recent Harris poll, Taco Bell is now America's favorite, quote-unquote, Mexican restaurant.
Huh.
Mexico's like, what?
Wow. Chalupa.
Would you consider it more of a Tex-Mex restaurant?
No, I would consider completely straight
Taco
up
Bell.
American food.
That is, Taco Bell is Taco Bell.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is
I mean,
American
that's
as
it, right.
American could be.
Well, and it beat out, I guess Chipotle had been winning the last couple of years. But when you look at the list,
There's not a lot left either. Chi-Chi's just gone.
well, I mean, I'm with you. It
But
just seems hard.
chains? I can't think of like a lot
It's
of
just
Mexican
basically
chains.
fast food.
Well, yeah.
It's like Del Taco, Taco
Oh,
Bell.
right. Okay.
Yeah.
Is Chili's on there? I've never been there.
No, probably
No.
not. They just have the bell. Their menu doesn't lean that way.
Okay. Just wondering.
Chili's is great.
Yeah, I'll take you to the Chili's, Mike.
Chili's to go. All right. Yeah, there's one in the Anchorage Airport.
There's one at every airport.
Yeah, there are.
It says if Beats by Dre aren't hardcore enough, you could be the proud owner of a new set of BDSM headphones for the low price of just $6,500.
Did you order them for yourself yet?
I'm not going to tell you if I did.
That sounds like a
Why
yes
would you
to
want
me.
headphones if you're into BDSM? Wouldn't you want to hear yourself getting slapped?
No, you just want to feel it, Ted. And then you want to enjoy the sultry sounds of the music behind you.
Or so Mike has heard.
Yeah.
Right.
Mike, you don't even delve into this kind of stuff. You're going to go straight into the hardcore stuff?
He won't say dildo, but he'll rock that bondage mask.
Can I put on?
And listen
Can I put on my headphones, mistress?
to my tunes. Crank up some
What
air
does one
supply.
listen to while getting beat by a?
Smooth jazz.
All right.
A little songbird from Kenny G. Yeah. Keep you company while you get your ass
That's
whipped.
true torture.
Yeah, I suppose that'd be part of the torture is play something that they didn't want to hear.
That's why you do it. And they can't move. And you just play really bad music.
Don't whip them, nothing.
Yeah.
Just like really bad stuff.
Like, don't worry, be happy over and over and over and over.
Listen to it again. The company that makes Mars candy and Wrigley gum is offering a paid internship this summer for a candy connoisseur.
What's a candy connoisseur?
Somebody
Grab the
who
fat
eats a
kid.
lot of candy.
Like, come on.
I'm busy. I'm already doing the donut thing for Edmonds.
That's right. Yeah.
Can't be a candy guy too.
What do they give the specifications to prove you're a candy? Do you have to do like a blind taste test?
You will be testing all kinds of new and different I'm not working on it.
It's probably a candy bar lineup. Can you pick it out?
Probably. Here's our new thing that we're trying.
One of these has arsenic.
According to the National Restaurant Association, 34% of us are planning to dine out for Mother's Day. That's about 87 million people.
Does that mean we're going with our mother?
Yes.
Oh. Okay. Mike, are you taking your mom out?
Probably.
Probably. What do you mean probably?
It's horrible.
I mean, probably. There's spots that we can go.
Okay. All right.
I don't
That's
know.
what I do. I call my mom and say, next time I see you, I'll buy you dinner.
Right.
There you go. Flowers and everything and a card.
You have flowers, card, and dinner?
Yeah. Man, I go all out.
I sent flowers.
And I love my mom. I don't know. She needs 3 gifts.
She gave the world the gift of me. I give her as many gifts as I can.
Aren't we lucky?
Boom.
Jesus. The gift of me.
The gift of me.
My hat's getting tight. Here's some parenting advice courtesy of an expert from Australia. She says that you should ask your baby for permission before you can change their diaper.
Why?
To teach them about their rights and about consent.
Man, shut the hell up.
Oh, my God.
You S yourself, mother effer. That's what you did. I'm going to change your dirty ass because you're disgusting and you can't goddamn do it yourself.
And they would sit around
I don't
and
need
poop.
your permission. I'm not asking your permission. And in my home, you don't really have rights.
Does anybody in this room actually remember ever being changed?
Well, yeah, but I crapped myself till I was 17.
Okay, that's fair. I'm just thinking,
No.
we all know
No.
that it happened to us. I mean, obviously, but I don't remember that far back. I don't think anything is really kind of...
Don't ask your kids goddamn permission.
No!
Jesus Christ.
Don't ask them permission for anything.
Right.
Be the boss. Be in charge.
They can ask my permission.
That's right.
All right.
And then ignore what I say one way or another. But at least they have asked my permission.
A new poll asked people, if you could eat something every day without suffering any consequences, what would it be? Oh, damn
that's
it.
disease.
There's
Never
so
mind.
many good things that you could take, man.
Sheila.
I do have the top 10.
Ice cream,
Pizza, chicken wings, burgers,
French fries,
tacos.
soda.
Boy, you guys are all over it.
You got to eat it.
Lead paint chips.
Pizza, burgers, ice cream, Mexican food, chocolate, carbs, fries, donuts, cake, and chips.
Yeah,
I don't know why
exactly.
carbs is on there. That's not fair. Huh?
Yeah, I thought you said chocolate carbs.
Chocolate carbs.
My high school nickname.
They invented new chocolate
Gotta-
bread. Why has nobody told me?
Gonna eat a big old bowl of chocolatey
Oh,
carbos.
man, I'd have a chocolate grilled cheese.
Ooh.
Chocolate grilled cheese sandwich.
Dang,
Wait a
man.
minute. What if you take like Nutella, maybe something like cream cheese, right? Just butter that bitch up, cook it like a grilled cheese sandwich. That's got to be good, right?
No.
What do you mean, no?
It's horrible.
It's hazelnut and chocolate. It's just butter around it,
I
man.
think it'd be better if you did it with pancakes.
Yeah.
What?
Like
They
make a
do that.
Make a,
Nutella
pancakes.
pancakes,
Make a
yeah.
pancake sandwich.
51% of people say they've made a big purchase that they regret, according to a new survey.
Well, no kidding.
Yeah.
Some of the expensive things we wish we hadn't bought are...
Engagement rings.
Cars.
That's number 4. That's
Oh.
number 2.
Engagement rings were 4.
Yeah.
Cars,
they're expensive.
TVs.
Nope. Clothes and a house.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know what clothes that you buy that you have that much regret over.
The one suit you bought for that one person getting married and put on 10 pounds, you never wear it again.
I guess.
and it was $400.
Right.
A man in South Africa tweeted last week about how he tested his girlfriend by messing up his place to see if she'd clean it.
Did she clean it?
Apparently that would make her wife material. Luckily, someone showed her the tweets and she just straight up dumped him.
Ooh. You know, I feel like testing women before, like, that never goes well.
No! Especially if you tell people about it.
I don't flush the toilet. You gonna flush it?
Not only did I make my apartment messy, I did it on purpose to see if you would clean up after my lazy
And that's
ass.
a BS excuse. I would try that ass because my apartment's always kind of messy. But yeah, I did this on purpose.
Right.
See if she
Sure.
would clean.
People in New Hampshire drank the most beer last year, according to a new study.
Did they realize they live in New Hampshire?
The average person there drank 433 cans of beer in 2017.
That doesn't seem that crazy.
You'll never guess where people drank the least.
Utah.
Dang, how'd you know?
We
battle-
put the FU in fun.
Well, New Hampshire's a beautiful area. I mean, half that's just going to be sitting by lakes crushing beers.
Boom. The battle between man versus beast continues. I will give you the latest episode 1 hour from now.
Okay, thank you, Mike Hawk. We appreciate it. Headlines are on the way 1 hour from now. First, the game is...
The Men's Room presents Profile This.
Throw Hill, can you please tell everyone how Profile This is played?
I sure can, Miles. It's a simple game where we share with you a real-life news story, something that happened right here on planet Earth. Earth. And as you listen to the story, based on the stereotypes you believe to be true of people and the decisions that people make, we'll ask you what it is you think makes the story a story. Hello, Lieutenant Harris. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hola, you bicholas.
Hola. All right, Lieutenant Harris, you understand how this here game is played.
Oh, you know. Let's go, boys.
Fantastic. And by the way, here is some advice first. If you want to see, and Mike just covered this story, but if you want to see if the person you're dating has the potential to be your husband or wife one day, don't do what this guy did. In this case, a 25-year-old guy, he goes by VJ. He recently got himself a new girlfriend, and so last week, she's coming over to the house. He wants to test her, so he intentionally messed up his place. That may or may not be true, according to our very own D. Ted Smith. But either way, the house was a mess, and he wanted to see if she'd cleaned up after him. But afterwards, he ended up tweeting about it. He says, quote, "I was extremely disappointed, to be honest. She left without even washing dishes, let alone doing some cleaning. I thought this one was actually wife material, but she entirely failed this girlfriending test." And then people proceeded to destroy the guy on Twitter. And then earlier this week, he posted again, quote, "Some idiot showed my girlfriend the tweet, and she dumped me immediately. Guess what? I'm officially single." Yeah, seems like the right outcome. Do you believe this genius is black, white, Mexi, or Asian?
It's almost just the word BJ. I almost go, this is some white, dumb redneck, but I don't know. I'm looking for my racist specialist there, Sir Ted. What you thinking there, brother? What are you feeling?
First of all,
Racist specialist.
let's not call me a racist specialist.
It is racial consultant.
Racial consultant.
Yes.
No one
Racial
ever gets that
consultant,
right.
My apologies.
It's a consulting firm here.
Right.
What
We
did
hope
say?
you be a better racist.
What did you? Just add liquor. Did you say his name was VJ or BJ?
He goes by V as in, I don't know, vagina, J.
All right. And this was a test to see if she'd clean up and be good girlfriend
No,
material
good
or
wife material. Yeah.
Asian was an option, correct?
That is correct.
Dude, all right, hear me out. I think it's Asian because, like, some things are different in different cultures, you know? And then also he goes by VJ, which makes me think of, like, Vijay Singh or
Yeah.
like
No,
an Indian
probably.
dude, which counts as Asia, so I'm
Right.
saying Asian.
Okay.
All right, what are we thinking, Miles and Thrill? Are you going with this, or you guys got a different theory on this?
I know the answer.
Yeah, I am aware of the story as well, Lieutenant Harris. So I can't be of any help to you.
I'm almost gonna slide toward Mr. Sir Theodore there, just because I'm I don't know. I definitely don't think it's black, because ain't no black guy gonna mess up his own house deliberately, especially since clean. He's gotta do it himself, and that ain't gonna happen. Latino, or I don't know. No, you know what? I'll go with you, Ted. I'll
There
jump
you
on
go.
the Theodore bandwagon. I'm gonna go Asian.
Final answer.
Final answer,
We're going to
boys.
find out if he was black, white, Mexican, or Asian next.
That was a tease.
You are listening to the Men's Room Radio Network.
Hola, bitches. You're listening to the Men's Room.
All right, profile this today. We've got a guy who has a girlfriend, and he wants to give her a quote what he considers to be the wife test. So he messes up his place. She comes over. She doesn't clean anything. He eventually tweets that I guess she's not wife material based on the fact that she didn't do the dishes or any of the stuff.
Yeah, she didn't clean up after him.
Some of her friends saw that tweet, informed her about it. She dumped him. That's about the end of that.
Yeah, and Lieutenant Harris, we asked you, did you believe that this guy was black, white, Mexican, or Asian? And you sided with our racial consultant, Ted, and went Asian.
That is correct.
Sorry. I get what you were tracking, Ted. I would have guessed what you guessed had I not known. In this case, black dude.
Oh, it was a black dude.
Wasn't black. He was in South Africa, but a black guy.
All right.
See, I didn't say that part.
Well, honestly, I probably would have guessed white if you said South Africa.
Nah, I would definitely go black. With that story in South Africa, I'm going black. In America, never.
Yeah, and it was Twitter.
Now for all TV news all the time, it's time for TV Time with Ted.
And now, because your pathetic life is confined to countless hours in front of a talking box, the Men's Room presents TV Time with Ted.
Rob Riggle, very funny comedian. I don't know if a lot of people realize Rob Riggle also was, I want to say, 23-year Marine Corps.
He was in the Marines,
Like,
and he
I'm
was
pretty
there
sure
for
he
a while.
retired.
And you would never know from the way we have gotten to know him.
Right, because he's just that funny. So he was on with Conan O'Brien, you know, even though it's just Conan. And basically they start talking about a couple things. And then Rob Riggle is kind of, I mean, he's a tough dude because he's in the Marine Corps, but he's also just like a man's man.
He's a big guy.
So he was on the cover of this magazine. The name is blanking right now. I should have written it down. I should look that up.
Look that up!
Right? But basically, the cover is him with like a bear. So he starts talking about, is he going to fight a bear? Is he not going to fight a bear? And he gives you some instructions on how to react when you see a bear.
If you're going up against a grizzly bear, there's nothing you can do. You can't outrun it. You can't survive it, and chances are it's going to want to kill you and eat you. So the best thing to do is pretend you're dead already, because they'll mess with you, but then they may leave you to go look around, and then they'll come back to you. When they leave, that's your chance to get away if they haven't killed you already.
Are you sure? Because I was told, start kicking at it. Start kicking, just kicking it.
Yeah.
And trying to just irritate it as much as you can. Just kick it and irritate it.
Like agitate? Like,
yeah, agitate it. And go like, and kick it.
No.
And even if it starts to leave you, go after it. Go like, what's your man?
So when it's walking,
what's your man, bear?
And keep slapping it.
Keep on slapping it, and you're like, what's your man?
You call that a mauling?
Yeah.
So can I ask?
Yeah.
Was it Andy that gave you the advice?
Andy told me to do that.
Okay, that's what I figured. That's
yeah. Andy told us, and he said, I should cover my body in bacon bits.
Please don't take this advice. I'm begging you. And don't go camping with them. Don't go camping with them. And get personal security.
Andy wants me to get killed real fast. Yeah.
The whole clip is up on the Men's Room Facebook page. It's pretty funny. I'd go camping with Andy Richter.
Sure, I guess.
Since
Why
the
not?
idea was brought up.
Yeah, right?
All right. If he asked.
Yeah. Doesn't strike me as an outdoorsy guy, but, see him giving it a go.
Nobody lives in L.A. for that long, right? Like, there's a lot of crazy stuff in L.A. I just figured
he should go camping.
Right, get out of there.
Yeah. Maybe he's more of a glamper. That could be nice, too. Like a pre-set up camp.
Oh, okay, I gotcha, yeah.
It's very nice. You know what? Camping is still camping in a recreational vehicle. Me and Andy Richter, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Sounds like a TV show.
Really does.
Right. All right. This is just kind of sad news, but we have had him on. No. Like real sad news.
Oh, really?
But we had him on the show before, so I feel like I should bring it up a little bit. David LaBrava. Now, you know him from Sons of Anarchy. He also, basically, how he got on Sons of Anarchy was he was hired to be a technical consultant. He also does a lot of tattoos. The guy legit rides motorcycles. So we had him on. You know him as Happy of Sons of Anarchy. But his son passed away, and he had committed suicide. The kid was 16.
Yeah, it was horrible. Story.
So, I only bring this up. Number one, he did set up a GoFundMe page that basically 100% of that will go to help bipolar and depression. Okay. But I just, whenever sad stuff like this happens, you got to look for some kind of light, in darkness. And I like it. He just says, communicate with your loved ones. There may not be any signs. Cherish them. Obviously that's
he said he was a happy
day.
kid and all that. And he was such a great human being. He's such a nice, genuine guy. You know what I mean? Like
David LaBrava.
Yeah. So,
the new originals.
He's hurting, man. He's going through a hard time.
Yeah, when the new originals played that show for him and his buddies, like, honestly, he gave me one of the most intense hugs I've ever had. And I'm a hugger. I go to a lot of festivals. I hug a lot of people. But, I mean, it was heartfelt. I was like, damn.
Nah, he was legit, man. He was legit.
Yeah. That like I said, I usually have to bring that stuff up. But
I feel terrible about that.
And, even like Mike was saying, it's like, you met the guy, you kind of feel like you have a little bit of a bond with him.
Sure, man. So and we hung with him a little more than we normally hang out with anyone else.
Yeah, you hung out in the studio.
Yeah. Right, you hung out in the studio, right.
Brought his dog in with us.
Yeah, right, the dog that he keeps in his jacket.
With the crazy tongue hanging out and the eyes all crossed.
Right, but then, we were saying, like, we played the show and then we were kicking it with him there.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Saw that news this morning. It was terrible, to say the least. All right, now back to TV stuff that's a little bit lighter. Well, this is much lighter, but it's not good news for some of these actors. Fox canceled 3 comedies, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, The Mick, and Last Man on Earth. Now, just real quick, did you guys watch any of those shows?
Last Man on Earth.
Robin.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
All right.
Yeah.
I watched both Brooklyn Nine-Nine and Last Man on Earth. Last Man on Earth, Miles, I'm with you. Super strange show. I thought it was funny.
Yeah, but I like Will Forte.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
Brooklyn Nine-Nine, though, I always thought that was a pretty good show.
It's very good.
Are people just not watching it?
So, right.
I didn't.
Fox said they weren't happy with the ratings, and they're more excited about the new ones, the new comedies they're debuting. But yesterday, when they announced this news, like at one point, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, the number, and Brooklyn Nine-Nine spelled out were both trending. Like, a lot of people seem really upset about this.
People are not happy.
It'll get picked up somewhere then. That's
like,
one
you
of the
figure
beauties
between
of cable.
Netflix, Hulu, Amazon.
Even the other cable channels, man, they'll poach and take things.
Yeah, and I mean, hell, Fox might bring it back. I know I bring it up all the time, but never forget Family Guy, right? And that was before the internet was even this big.
Futurama.
Yeah. My question is, what big show do you have ready to take its place?
Right.
You know, like you can make a decision like that, but if there's people who like the show and has a chance to grow, what do you have that's so good it's going to take the place of this?
I don't know. They got to have some.
Yeah,
they're
exactly.
thinking of some crazy idea. And this is the spring. I guess is when these networks start axing the shows right before summer. So I guess that's par for the course. I'd rather get it right before summer than right before Christmas.
Yeah, it still seems.
Yeah,
it's tough.
Either way, though, people.
I mean, how many of those shows actually make it?
That's the amazing thing.
It's almost like probably like the equivalent of when you look at people who played football and then the percentage that make the NFL.
Well, I mean, Last Man on Earth was 4 seasons. Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I mean, that's the thing. Brooklyn Nine-Nine was on for 5 seasons. Okay. It's such a big cast between Terry Crews and
maybe it was
Sandberg.
too expensive. I don't know.
Yeah, well, basically they're just saying they didn't get the ratings, so they wanted to punch it up a little bit, if you will.
Okay.
We talked about it earlier. Some big mom stuff is around the corner.
Big mom stuff.
Big mom stuff.
I wish you said if you're into that kind of stuff. But anyhow, Jimmy Fallon has some pretty funny mom quotes here.
And now I thought I'd share some of my favorite mom quotes from you guys. Here we go. This first one's from @Victoria Pike. She said, yesterday my mom ordered a Tai Chi latte from Starbucks. Close.
Use the energy.
Tai Chi. Yeah, she used the energy.
Yeah,
coffee pours itself. Yeah.
Clean. Very slowly.
This one's from Matt. It's LJ. She says when my mom would drive us kids around, she would brake really hard to make us lean forward and then say, bow to mom. Bow to mom. This one's from @Simpovsky. She says my mom made up her own saying in the 90s, talk to the palm because you ain't the mom. Pretty good. This one's from @BethRob325. She says, my mom calls Disneyland the Big D. This one is from @JulesReed1. She says, one night my mom told us we were having roast bork for dinner. I asked her, what was that? She said, well, I'm defrosting something in the freezer. I can't tell if it's beef or pork yet. That's so my mom. It's hilarious. This last one's from @HoorayPlatypus. Yeah. She says my mom couldn't find the movie she wanted on Netflix. Oh, well, someone else is probably watching it. I'll try again tomorrow. There you have it.
I think my biggest thing with my mom was always the S's. So like Pizza Huts.
Plural.
All right, everything plural.
Yeah, you drinking, are you guys over there drinking the Miller Lights? Yeah. And then there's a "the" in front of it.
Yeah. It's
do you ever confuse the two? Like, I heard she was also famous for Taco Hut. Like, well, there's Pizza Hut and Taco Bell.
Taco Hut.
This was before any of these places were together.
And she was already like, Pizza Bell.
Yeah, she was like, Taco Hut stuck. And she went to it a lot.
Right.
To Taco Bell Hut? To not know the name of it?
No. I'm saying she went to the well of saying Taco Hut a lot.
Okay. Yeah.
Which doesn't sound that bad.
I go on the Burger Donald's.
I just know growing up, my mom would say every single name of everyone in the neighborhood before she remembered mine.
Oh, yeah. You get that. Even if you had a pet.
I mean, yeah, the pet name, the brother's name, your sister's name, your
Anthony,
dad.
Robert, cousin, dad.
Whatever the hell you are, just go do it.
Yeah. I was thinking the other day, too, or I was thinking about this, like, mom quotes. My mom, is not a violent person, but I remember for some reason she was the first.
You in your sleep.
Hers was a knuckle sandwich.
A knuckle sandwich.
Yeah, like she was from the 30s or something. But it'd be like,
how about a knuckle sandwich?
I serve you up a knuckle sandwich.
And that was her advice. Like, you never start a fight, but if they do, you give them a knuckle sandwich.
A knuckle sandwich.
Thanks, Mom.
All right.
I feel empowered.
Yeah, exactly.
No chance to get my ass kicked today. My mom packed me a knuckle sandwich to give you.
Right? Can you imagine a kid like in the 80s or like 90s saying that to another kid?
No.
I'll give you a
Back
knuckle.
off, man. I'll give you a knuckle sandwich. I'm getting my ass beat.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see that.
I don't think kids these days fight quite as much as we did.
They just do it.
I think they're a little bit more civil.
I don't know, man. I
thought little kids always kind of fight.
They still scrap, dude. My
I used
kid
to
will
fight
tell
with
me
my
about
cousins. Yeah.
crap that goes down.
Do they? Okay.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
I mean, just like, this moment of hostility. This happened and I did this and you did that.
It's weird, too, because when you're a kid, it seems so important. But I can remember getting in fights with, like, my cousin's neighbors, like my cousin's cousin.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, in his defense, I threw a rock at his head.
Jesus.
Yes. But I remember we got to a fight outside, and then I could remember running in, right? And the adults are just like, not only, number one, they don't really care. Number two, they're just annoyed.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean you threw a rock at his head?
Wow.
Like, I don't know, man. He pissed me off. I picked up a rock and I chucked it at his head.
Don't do that and say you're sorry. Get out.
But I'm not biting people anymore.
Right, basically. This is kind of an interesting situation. Next season on The Voice, 2 of the coaches will be former idols. Right, so American Idol, was the original one that went out there. Season 14's airing right now.
Yeah, but American Idol was vital and meant something to pop culture at the time. So they've gone on to do their Kelly Clarkson thing, right?
Right, so Kelly Clarkson, right, she's been a coach on there. She'll be back. And then Jennifer Hudson, of course, who we knew from Idol fame.
Yeah. She's done okay for herself.
Yeah, she got an Oscar, didn't she?
I think 1 or 2, maybe. Or Golden Globe and an Oscar. I know she got an Oscar at least, maybe a Golden Globe.
I feel like if you win an Oscar, you get a Golden Globe like a month before that.
Yeah, to let everyone know.
Yeah.
Because it's like, let's go to the giant boozy one, the Golden Globes, and basically like a precursor.
Right. Have fun here.
Yeah, it's like the 80s and early 90s if you were like the AFC. Like, you can play your championship game, but you're just going to lose to the NFC in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that was true for a lot of years.
Right? Like, you just kind of understood that, right? Until... So I think it's the same thing. Like, if I'm at the Golden Globes getting all liquored up like everybody else.
Right.
Which probably they don't say. Yeah, you want to get liquored up?
I bet you they do. I bet you they do.
I just feel like it's high-end boozing. Champagne, red wine, cigars.
Stuff that doesn't even give you a hangover when you're done.
Of course, Blake Shelton and Adam Levine will still be on there. Yeah, I mean, and Idol, like, I don't think anybody thinks of Kelly. Kelly Clarkson, you don't think of her first as an American Idol person.
No, not anymore.
Same with Jennifer Hudson, right? Like
Carrie Underwood. Sweet.
Carrie Underwood. Little sweet. Like Carrie Underwood, like, she's a massive star.
Right. I don't forget she was Idol?
Yes.
Okay.
Clay Aiken, he was on there, right?
Yeah, Clay Aiken, yeah.
That was the Ruben Studdard was another one? Stoddard?
You're right.
Stoddard.
Ruben Studdard.
It was Courtney Stoddard.
Oh, Stoddard. Oh, God.
She was that
Those
thing.
Those 2 people could not look any more different.
No, they
Ruben
could not.
Studdard and Courtney Stoddard.
Whoa, yeah, that was different.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's a...
You're right.
That's a comedy.
I don't know which one I'd pick to sleep with, to be honest with you.
Well, I do, and then I know which one's music I'd have on. That'd be a funny show. They've switched bodies.
Oh, man.
You're going to have sex with the mind of Courtney Stoddard. What?
One of the big actors right now and musicians that's all the rage, Donald Glover.
Yes, he is.
He's everywhere right now. People love him.
New Han Solo movie, too, isn't he?
Ah, thank you, Miles. Thanks for the setup.
Yeah.
I told my agent, I was like, if they're making a Han Solo movie, Lando's got to be in it, and I want to be Lando. And to his credit, and I appreciate it, he was like, I don't like your odds. Which was awesome because I was like, I'm gonna get this. Like I had to he was like, yeah, because it was a very it was a long time ago, and like I just really wanted to be it because it was like my first toy, and I just loved that character.
Oh, that was your first toy?
My first toy ever.
Who got that for you?
My dad.
Your dad. Your dad's a big Star Wars fan.
Big Star Wars fan.
That's kind of a great story, right?
Yeah, that's a huge. Yeah, because if you're like, I can't imagine.
I mean, like athletes get to do it. Because you could look at a baseball player and be like, oh man, I have his card, like I want to be like him, and then athletics lets you do that. But generally with movies, well, it used to be they stopped making the same movies over and over.
Right.
So if you wanted to be Lando Calrissian, you basically couldn't.
Because it was done. You could never be that guy.
You're exactly right. And not only that, but that was
I love Dirty Harry. You're not going to be him.
That was a life-changing movie for a lot of people. Like Kiss is a life-changing band for a lot of musicians. When they heard it, they knew what they wanted to do. Star Wars was one of those things where, as a kid at that time, if you saw it, and to know that your son or daughter would be in, you know what I mean, in that movie.
Oh, at that time,
like that would be that's because if his dad's a fan. To me, it'd be like, you're not going to believe. I call everybody I know, like, my kids and stuff.
Lando, your son will play.
Exactly. That would be a big freaking deal.
You would have visited me in my closet one day and told me that my son
I am taking advantage
Lando.
of, I'm going to all the premieres. I am taking advantage of all this crap. I'm going to everywhere.
Yeah, I don't even like Star Wars, but if one of my cousins was in it, I'd be like, my cousin is in the Star Wars movie.
And I'd be really excited if one of your cousins played Lando. I'd be like, whoa. I mean,
Lando looks different.
Yeah. I tell you what, that's one great.
Unfortunately, I think we're built more like an Ewok.
That's one great thing about that's getting me back into the Disney thing a little bit more is the fact that they have incorporated Star Wars into their stuff. So when you go to Disneyland, Disney World, there's a ton of Star Wars stuff now. And that's really cool.
I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah.
I knew that, and I don't even care about Disney. But I got, no, seriously, man, but I got
because
kids,
they bought it.
And by next year, I think I'll probably take them there. They're tall enough to ride everything. But as I've done the investigation of Disney, I'm like, all right, man, they got some Star Wars stuff. I'll be all right.
Yeah.
All right.
Actually, I was thinking about maybe going to the world sometime,
Just stay on property.
Yeah, absolutely.
Serious.
No.
Thank you, Tim. We appreciate it. We got your headlines coming up with Mike Hawk in minutes. You are listening to the Men's Room Radio Network.
The Men's Room returns with Miles and Thrill. Now, let's see what's happening in the real world.
All right, here we go. We head to Iowa, where a dog accidentally shoots his owner in the leg. Meanwhile, a new app lets you rate sexy moms by their photos. You can hit on good old Aunt Peg. Alabama school realizes someone had been hacking into their computer and changing the grades for 2 years. A Texas school stops birthday spankings and bringing your child to tears. And a woman takes her dog in for a checkup. Turns out, dog's a fox. It is time for your headline.
Now, it's time to hit the headlines. Here's Mike Hawk.
All right, our top story, the battle between man versus beast continues. For this episode, we go to Iowa, where a man was roughhousing with his dogs when things got a little out of hand. While playing with his dog, the dog jumped up onto his lap, accidentally pulling the trigger on the man's pistol. After the gun discharged, the man searched around to see what the bullet had hit, but it wasn't until he felt a burning sensation that he found that the bullet had gone into his leg. He called 911 and was released from the hospital later on that day.
Should be pointed out that was no accident.
Oh, yeah.
That dog knew what it was doing, man.
He even said that the dog's just a big wimp. Saying that after it happened, he just kind of laid down and looked all sad like he had done something wrong. I think he just didn't finish the job, and he was
damn it
covering his ass.
Yo, dog, grab the gun.
You know what to do.
Here they come.
Grab the heat.
Around the world in China, a woman known only as Miss Wang got a bit of a surprise with new.
I like her already.
She got a new puppy that she had bought. She bought what appeared to be a Japanese Spitz and was raising it like she would any other dog, giving the pooch dog food and chicken breast and fruit to help the little fella grow. But then she began to notice her new puppy turning away from the dog food and also never barked. Turned out that she hadn't bought a dog at all, but in fact, she had bought herself a domesticated fox.
Good God.
You know, to her credit, it's not that far off.
But it doesn't act like a dog.
No, but
At
it
all.
looks an awful lot like a dog. She plans to turn the animal over to the zoo so it can grow in an environment that fits him better.
Yeah, what is that going to be? You've domesticated a fox from the time that it was born.
Right.
What else does it know but pudding and biscuits?
That's kind of what I was thinking.
Pudding and biscuits.
Yeah, I mean, that dog,
Pudding
or whatever
and
the hell they eat. You know,
Foxes
I don't know
that
what a
eat
fox
biscuits?
eats. You know,
They're big on the pudding.
I know they like. Eggs of other animals.
Where's my pudding?
Pudding and biscuits.
I want my pudding and biscuits.
Is that the picture of the dog or the fox?
They are one and the same, Ted.
That's the fox.
That's the dog.
That's the fox.
That's the fox.
Okay.
Are you talking about the dog that she thought that it was?
I mean, that looked like a real dog.
me
Right?
see.
It does.
Oh yeah, that's a picture of the dog that she thought the breed was. That's not a picture
All
of the
right.
actual animal.
Are you sure?
Yes.
All right. I'm not working on it. In other news, probably the biggest whirlwind of a headline. It says, quote, video shows man choked by police officer at a Waffle House after prom.
Damn.
That was bad. That was a really... apparently that guy's known for that type of behavior.
Yeah, the video comes to us from Warsaw, North Carolina, and is being investigated by the department and the DA. It's not clear what the reason for the use of force was.
I'm pretty sure I know.
I can guess. Watch the video. See if you can figure it out.
All right. In the world of books, a controversy is brewing over the term cocky. Felina Hopkins is the author of the 17-book Cocker Brothers series, and she makes sure to incorporate the word cocky into each of her titles. God, I feel uncomfortable. But of course, she's not the only author to use the word in some of her titles. She has come out saying that her readers have lost money thinking that they were buying her books when they saw cocky in the title and bought the book, not knowing that she was the author. She's moving to trademark the word to fight against the confusion. If only there was something else on the cover of a book that would tell you who wrote it.
But you can't trademark cocky.
That's exactly what they're saying.
Well, I mean,
You can trademark cocky.
number one, it's a term, but number two, he's the mascot for the University of South Carolina.
Really?
Yeah, cocky.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
Well, they're the Gamecocks.
All right, then.
He's the same age as I.
Look at the frickin' author before you buy the book, people. Oh, it's a new cocky book. No.
New cocky.
Books are not that hard.
You make it sound like bad Asian porn there.
If you're buying a book, you already know how to read. You can read both the title and the author.
That's reasonable. If you're buying a book, you can read. Yes.
In theory, you're correct.
That's right. But people, nevertheless, continue to be stupid. An old tradition is being laid to rest at a Texas elementary school. For years, people have given children birthday spankings, and for the past 8 years, the principal of the school has been upholding the tradition. The spankings would be carried out in a safe environment under surveillance, and the children would be given candy and a pencil afterward. It's all a happy thing. Nevertheless, the school...
Candy and a pencil?
Candy and a pencil, after they got a spanking for every year that they were alive. Nevertheless, the school received 3 complaints about the tradition, and it was decided that it should and would end. Most have come out in support of the spankings, but falls on deaf ears.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, they did say that you could opt out of it with a note. If you didn't want your kid to go into the principal's office to get, 8 spankings, however old these kids are, then you could send them a note.
That's why I like to do it at the old age home. Oh, you're turning 91, Mary? Smackety, smack, smack.
On the other side of the battlefield in Man vs. Beast, a police officer in Maryland was filmed by police stuck in traffic shooting a possibly rabid groundhog. The video shows the officer trying multiple times to usher the groundhog out of traffic, but it continues to approach him. He then draws his weapon and fires, killing the animal. He was questioned afterward and said that it was not acting normal for an animal that was not trapped or cornered.
Okay.
Yes. That's it for your headlines with that. Mike Hawk is out.
Thank you, Mike. We appreciate it. We'll see you next time for the return of Your Guess Is As Good As Mine, the random question, and men's room rules.
Yes, indeed. It is all true. But in the meantime, we be all up out this bitch. So until next time, please do what you do best. And for Aletha's sake, stay beautiful.